I received an email from Josh Green, and he said basically, Ross, you and one other person from that there Holding Give Football YouTube channel, you try and pick a Premier League 11, but you're only allowed to pick one player from every single team in the league. Obviously, we've got starting 11s, myself and Owen Mawson have, so 11 Premier League teams have been exploited here for one of their first team squad. We've both picked a team. We haven't seen each other's teams. We're going to let Owen go first. I'll then reel off mine. Then you at home can pick who had the best team, and of course you need to in the comments as well. Let us know what your Premier League team would be, but only if you're allowed to pick one player from every club. Owen Mawson, off you go.
Am I going one at a time, or just
reel it off? 1 to 11, off we go. Okay.
So we're going to start in goal, obviously, and I was saying to Ross just before we started here, I worked my way from striker downwards, so I've kind of got. You'll see when my team's out, you'll see where all the big clubs are. But I've started off goalie. I've got Emilio Martinez from Aston Villa. I mean, he's a World Cup winner.
He's erratic. He's the sort of arsehole who, if he played for Liverpool or Newcastle, I imagine we'd bloody love him.
I'll be honest, when I saw Argentina win his actions after they won the World Cup, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't stand the man. But out of the options that I had left for goalie, it had to be him. I'm having him over like Onana. And,
you got to at the moment.
He's above Onana. He's a decent shot stopper. He's just his attitude for me.
Do you not like him wanking off trophies on at the World Cup presentation ceremony?
Not really.
What's wrong with that?
Have a bit of class. Have a bit of class. Come on now. So I've gone for Martinez. In all seriousness, he's a good keeper. Right back. This is one for you, Ross. I've got Trippier. Got to get him in there.
He runs games. He runs games.
He's probably been the most important signing, I think, from the Howe era. He came in early doors, and he's just dependable, isn't he? He's a leader at the back, and he can get goals and assists, and I love that from fullbacks, being a Liverpool fan. And he can defend. Hey,
he is.
Do you like what I did there?
I know, yeah, because he's better than Trent as an all-round footballer. Yeah.
Oh dear me, I don't know about that. Trippier. He's just a really good, solid right back. Centre halves. This is where I struggled, because I got all the top half teams out of the way and further up the field. So I was trying to figure out my two options for centre back. It's a 4-3-3, by the way, everybody. It's a 4-3-3. So centre back, I've gone for Mark Ehi, Crystal Palace. I just think he's a really good, solid, young English centre half, and I think he will be in the next few years probably getting a bigger move to a top 6 team, and he should be in the next few years one of England's starting centre halves.
Yeah,
he's good at the ball at his feet. He's doing really good stuff for Palace. He's decent on FPL, which is always a good metric to go by. So he's in there.
It's not real football, but didn't Liverpool get linked with him this summer? Was it this summer for like 60-odd million? Was it Liverpool or somebody else? I've just made that up.
Not Liverpool were linked to my next pick.
Oh,
it's Levi Colwill, centre half. Another good, solid, young English centre half. He could play left back as well in a pinch. I'll be honest, I was struggling. Originally, I had Thiago Silva, and then I thought, based on recent form, I don't know if I can go for him. At least Levi Colwill has a bit of promise, in the future going forward. He's versatile, he's quick, and obviously he was linked with Liverpool. He was linked at a move back to Brighton for the Chelsea value at a ridiculous amount of money. So he's got a bright future ahead of him, and I just think he is a good player. And again, out of the options I had. I was trying to think what Chelsea player do I put in. I had Enzo Fernandez at one point, but then I swapped in for another midfielder. That's a little tease, that Ross. I had Ben Chilwell in at one point, and then I took him out. So then I thought, Chelsea player, I've got to get someone in, although they have been shocking this year. So I ended up with Levi Colwill. Left back, I've gone for Estepinian, which is why I didn't go for Chilwell, because he offers goals and assists. He's good going forward at left back. He's good defensively as well. He's probably one of the best left backs in the league. Again, on FPL. He's just fantastic to have.
Stop mentioning FPL owners. We're not kids anymore. You're nearly 30,
it's
man.
important. God, no, I'm not yet. I've got a few more years to go. So yeah, Estepinian, he's just really good. Really, really good. Going in now to midfield for the 4-3-3. In the 6, the CDM, it's Declan Rice. Because this man is going to potentially take Arsenal from title challengers to title winners. He's that good of a player. Is he worth 100 million? I mean, maybe not, but if he wins them the league, he's worth every single penny, isn't he?
Well, someone paid 100 million for him, so I guess he is.
I guess he is, yeah. I mean, Andy Carroll was one day worth 35 million, apparently.
He was at that time. He was banging them in.
Was he? I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
big time.
But yeah, he's just so good, isn't he, Declan Rice? He can get around the pitch easily. He's a great ball winner. He doesn't really get many goals, but he's not in the team to do that. And I've got quite attacking fullbacks with Trippier and Estepinian, so Rice will be there covering those boys going forward. Other centre mids, Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United. I got to get United player in there somewhere, sadly. And I thought I might as well get Bruno in there. In my team, though, none of this whinging. Just get on. Just get on with it. If you're getting beat...
That's part
heavily,
of the package there, though, and that's part of the package with Bruno Fernandes.
Not when I'm the gaffer. Not when I'm the gaffer. When I'm in charge, I'm saying less of that. You just need to shut up and play your football. He gets goals. He gets assists. He's good on set pieces, so I've got him and Trippier. He's probably been one of their best players in a bang average season this year so far. But I've noticed actually he's playing a bit deeper this year. I don't know why, because maybe that's why he's not doing so well in goals and assists. But I looked at last season's stats earlier just to make sure I'm making the right choice. And last season he was still really good. So I'm hoping eventually he'll come good this year. And in my team, he is going to play further forward. Other centre mid, I've gone for it. I was torn between a few here, Ross. I've gone for a West Ham player. Guess which West Ham centre mid I've gone for?
Well, it can either only be one of two. It can either be Paquetá or it can be JWP. It's one of those two.
It's Paquetá. Originally I had JWP down for the goals and the assists from set pieces, but I've got Trippier and Fernandes to do that, haven't I? So I don't really need JWP.
You definitely do have them.
So I've gone Paquetá. I watched him in that game against Liverpool. He was amazing. I couldn't stop watching him. He just didn't stop running all game. He's a great presser. He's very good technically. There's no wonder Man City wanted him, and I'm sure they'll get him probably in January or next summer. Then I've gone for the 4-3-3 right wing. Mo Salah, of course, Mr. Dependable. He's become an assist king this season as well as goals. So more of that, because up front I've got Mo Salah. Up front I've got Haaland because he's a robot.
You have to pick him, don't you? You have to pick him.
He was the first name on the team sheet, and then second was Mo. And then left wing, I've gone for Son from Spurs because this season, since becoming captain, he's really stepped up. Last season he had a bit of a disappointing one for his standards. So this season he's become captain and he's playing more as a central striker, but still drifting out left. And he's just been great. I think he's got like 5 or 6 goals already this season.
Yeah, him and Maddison have been on fire going forward.
Yeah, so I'm hoping he can link up with Fernandes. Fernandes can be my Maddison. I've been thinking about this, Ross. Been really thinking about this. So Bruno Fernandes will be my Maddison, and Son will get goals drifting in from the left.
Captain?
So there's my
Captain.
I'll go for Salah. Why not?
Oh, you boring
I'll go for
man.
Salah.
You've put so much thought into the tactical how the team blends together, and you've just gone Salah for captain because the bands.
I didn't think of that whatsoever.
Fair enough.
So Salah.
Fair enough. I'll rattle off mine and Owen. I've got Martinez as well in goal. As I said earlier, I reckon if he played for your club, you'd bloody love him. But when he plays against you, you think he's a bit of an erratic dick. Right back, Kelsa pre-shock and horror, is Kieran Trippier because of he runs games. I can't believe how good he is. Because
I thought you might have gone Bruno
for right back.
No,
for the Newcastle player. Oh, he's been a bit off the boil this season. But I've got to say with my team, yes, this season's been taken into account, but also last season still happened, and it wasn't that long ago. So I've put a lot of thought into sort of how they were last season as well. Centre-backs, I've gone Romero from Spurs, because he was good last season, but he's gone up another level as part of Ange Ball this season. I think he's world-class. World Cup winner, all this sort of stuff.
He's surprised me at how good he's become.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching him in a game against Liverpool a season or two ago, can't remember, and he looked really shaky at the back.
Yeah.
Didn't want, suffered under the ball with pressure, just couldn't get the ball out of his feet, but he's come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, they did a bit on Match Today about him on Saturday where he's calmed down. He's lost that sort of that Argentine flair, that Simeoneism, I guess is what you would call it. I don't know what I've said there, but yes,
erratic like Martinez.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Centre back again, not been on form this season, but previous seasons did happen, and I did watch them with my own eyes. I have gone Thiago Silva. That's my other centre back. Left back, same as you, Pervis Estepinian. Midfield, Paquetá, same as you. Midfield, Odegaard. in the middle there, because I'm worried about the balance of my midfield three, but I'm hoping we'll keep the ball that much that not having a bona fide destroyer. Because to be honest with you, the first name on my team sheet, because this season he's proven without even playing when he's been missing, that he might just be the best player in the world, and that's Rodri from Manchester City. But I thought to myself, I can only pick one Manchester City player, and I'll get crucified if I don't pick Haaland. So I've got to pick Haaland, and I've gone that way.
You know what? If I had to pick a City player other than Haaland, it would have been Rodri.
He's the best in the world.
Even over De Bruyne.
Yeah, best in the world. He's proved it without even playing this season. When he's been missing, they've missed him so much. So I've got Paquetá, Odegaard, and Eze from Crystal Palace as my midfield three. What a baller that man is. I
do like him. He's great, isn't he?
But again, I'm worried about the balance there without that like natural sitting midfielder. But Odegaard just dominates everything. I've got Trippier dominating everything from right back. It's all going to be fine. And then up front, same as you, I've got Salah, I've got Haaland, and then with last season very much in mind, my Manchester United player is Marcus Rashford. The man who scored 30 goals last season, remember. I know he's been piss poor this season. He won't pass the ball. He's not putting the shots away when he's one-on-one with a goalkeeper. He's taking the wrong choices. But last season, it's October now, right? And last season ended in May. And that's June, July, August, September. It's only 5 months difference, right? So he's not lost that much that quickly. So my front three is Salah, Haaland and Rashford.
You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised with the differences that we've gone with. I thought we'd be very similar, and we are in some places, but I'm surprised you've gone Rashford. But you are right. Last season he was insane. He had his best year.
Yeah.
By far.
By far. I thought Eric Ten Hag had sorted him out, but yeah, this season he's not been anywhere near as good. I did, because I'm a sad man, Owen. I did put together a team if Rodri was in it, because I was like, oh my God, he is the best player currently in the world for me. For my money, he's that good. So this is what it would look like if Rodri was in there and Haaland was not. Vicario's in net, right? Because he's been fantastic for Spurs so far this season. Trent at right back, because it's Trent. Anderson of Crystal Palace at centre-back, I think he's fantastic. And he might be, for me, a bit more of a complete player than Mark Gehi. Maybe Mark Gehi's a bit more safe, but Anderson, he goes forward. He scored that goal at Old Trafford. Last season, he was linked with Newcastle in the summer there for somewhere in the region of 50 or 40 or 60, something like that. So he's a player. Carwell's the other centre-back. Luke Shaw is my Manchester United player. Rodri, Pascal Gross, and I went Ward-Prowse in this one because I picked Paquetá before, and then Saka, Watkins and Isaac up front. So depending on which team's better out of those two, I'll go with that one as my actual pick, as we're going against each other, Owen. You see, it's a fight, this thing.
Do I get to pick out of those two?
Oh yeah.
I think I've got a better chance at winning against the second team.
Fair enough. So my official submission for this video is my first team. Forget about the second one. Rodri isn't even that good anyway. But yes, there are our teams. And I should say my captain as well has got to be Odegaard. He's the Arsenal captain. They're top of the league. They beat Manchester City yesterday. It's got to be him.
I wanted to get him into my team as well, because I knew Saka wasn't going to get in because I had Salah. So I wanted to try and get Odegaard in, but I just couldn't fit him in. I needed that solidity in the six role. And Rice offers that.
He is more.
That's what I'm worried about for your team.
Yeah.
You got no one there to cover the back four.
But we're going to keep the ball that much, and we're going to average. This is average 70% possession every single game. We don't need that man holding. And Odegaard's box to box anyway. Yeah, he's box to box anyway. Odegaard, he can do everything.
He is his class.
There we go then. There are two teams.
Solid teams, I'd say, Ross. Two solid teams.
They're not bad, are they, Owen? But are they better than what people at home may pick? So let us know in the comments down below what you would pick if you were given this same question as we were given by Josh Green in the Hold and Give Football podcast mailbag. The Roberto mailbag here. That podcast is out every Wednesday. Any closing thoughts before we go away, Owen?
Cheers, Josh. Nice
Cheers, one. Josh. Nice one. So let us know what your thoughts are on our teams, your teams down below as well. I've been Ross, joined by Owen Mawson, and Hold and Give and do it at the right time and all that John Barnes stuff.